My name is Anna Goletley. I am the Badger Creek Lake Watershed Project Coordinator with the Madison County Soil and Water Conservation District. We're here at the outdoor classroom at Winterset Schools. We've got some raised beds back here that were sitting empty. They've got plants, but they hadn't been planted with anything yet. And the county naturalist suggested that maybe this would be an opportunity to plant some cover crops. And then we got Mrs. Purdy involved, and she thought it might be a good opportunity to get students involved with their classes and also potentially a student project. Do you want to kind of talk about what we've done?
Okay, so there's 3 raised beds and we split them equally into 2. So now there's 6 plots, and then the first raised bed is winter kill, and then winter hardy, and then control and high diversity.
So for the winter kill, we labeled that entire bed A. When we split it in 2, we named the northern part 1 and the southern part 2. We did that for all 3 raised beds. So for A1, we planted oats, and then for A2, we planted oats and radishes. For B, the middle one, the winter hardy, we planted cereal rye and then cereal rye and radishes. And then for C bed, we did a control with no plants, and we actually weeded it throughout the season. And then for C2, we had a high diversity mix of up to 18 species, which included grasses, brassicas, and different broadleaf plants.
The plots were seeded on September 12th, and they started germinating within the week.
Also, at the very beginning, before we planted the seeds, we took a Solvita test to measure soil respiration, and then at the end, after the first frost, we did it again, just to see what the difference was.
Every week, twice a week, we went out and measured germination height and soil temperature. On October 9th, we collected biomass from all the above ground vegetation.
We put all of the clippings into these paper bags, then we took them back to our classroom and actually put them in an incubator for about 3 or 4 days. And after measuring the weight every day, we kept them in incubators until the weight quit going down, so we knew that all of the water weight was out of the clippings. After we knew that all of the water weight was out of the clippings, that gave us the dry matter weight. And then we had to subtract the weight of just a plain bag off of it to make sure that we didn't include that in our numbers.
So that allowed us to look at whether there was a difference between 1 species or 2 species, or a high diversity mix of 18 plus species. It also allowed us to look at whether we'd see a difference between winter kill and winter hardy. So the winter kill stuff we would expect to die with a hard freeze, whereas the winter hardy will go dormant over the winter and then come back in the spring. And then it also would allow us to look at whether there's a difference between any cover at all and zero cover. Part of the reason why we planted cover crops, it's been a growing conservation practice with a lot of farmers in Madison County. Some of the benefits include having a living root in the ground, which helps feed all of the microbial life underground. Those roots help hold the soil. The above ground plant can help protect the soil from water, so it helps prevent erosion. And then with the diversity, there's a lot of benefits to having something diverse growing in the soil too. So these are some things that farmers have been using out in agricultural fields, but this allowed us, at these little plots, to have an opportunity to collect some different data on them.